you need me, my baby. I am a new rider. I have only been riding for a few months. This might be my 5th or 6th time actually on the bike. I am very inexperienced. And I don't know if you can recognize the bike that I'm on. It's a little beat up and battered because I rebuilt it, but this is actually a Suzuki SV1000S, which, as you can guess, is not a great beginner bike. I had to learn to ride on this thing, and it was not fun. I screwed up a lot. The first time I actually got on it and drove it under its own power, I was just doing a mechanical test. You know, I had just rebuilt the thing. I'll put up a picture here so you can see what the thing looked like whenever I first got it. But I'd done a bunch of repairs. I had just set, you know, the valve lash and everything, and changed the chain, and did some electrical work, and rewired a bunch of stuff. So it was a lot done to it. So I just wanted to make sure the thing would run. So I started it up in my driveway, and I was like, yes, it runs, sweet. And then I got a little overzealous, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this thing around the cul-de-sac. I know how to ride a bike. I mean like pedal bike, not a motorcycle. I'd never actually driven one before, but I knew mechanically how it worked. I know how the clutch works. I know how the brake works. I drove a lot of four-wheelers. It can't be much different. Oh, was I wrong. So I get this thing out of my driveway, and I'm in the cul-de-sac, and you know, I'm used to driving cars, you know, manual transmission cars, which you can, you know, when you're learning, you can just ease out on the clutch real nice and slow, and you're good to go. And it moves really slowly, kind of eases out, and everything is fine. However, that's not the same on a motorcycle, and I learned that really quickly. So I get in the cul-de-sac, I ease out on the clutch, and it starts going a lot faster than I expected, and I freaked out. I had no idea what to do. So I kind of froze, and then I was like, okay, I was in my head, what am I going to do? Where are the brakes? I knew where the brakes are. I'm going to pull the brake, but whenever I go to pull the brake, guess what else is there? The throttle. So I rev up, and I'm like, oh crap, I have no idea what I'm doing. And there was actually an S-Class Mercedes parked on the other side of the cul-de-sac from me, and I nearly ran directly into the fender. It was not good, and I'm very glad that I did not hit that vehicle because it was very expensive, and I would have had to buy a fender or a door or worse. And I probably would have gotten hurt because I had no safety gear on like a smart person because I was just going around the cul-de-sac. So luckily I finally came to my senses. I logicked all the way through everything, and I did not hit the car. I turned it around, put it back in the driveway, and parked, and said, okay, I need to learn. So I spent some time after that with a friend of mine, sort of going through stuff in a parking lot, running through the MSF exercises, and got kind of comfortable on the bike before I took it out. It was the first time I tried to go out of my driveway, actually. Oh, no, this was before. Yeah, this was before I had gotten any instruction. I had driven around the cul-de-sac a little bit, and I was like, okay, I've got this. Well, that's a bouncy bridge. And I was like, okay, I'm going to drive to the parts store. The parts store is just on the other side of the hill from my house. It's like a half-mile, all neighborhood roads, nothing special. So I get to the end of my road, and I'm at a stop sign, and I'm like, okay, I can turn right and kind of take the short way, or I can go left and go through the neighborhood and get a little more seat time on the bike, which I need. And I decided to go left. Well, I had never practiced turning left from a stop before, and turns out I had no idea how to do that. So as I turned left, I did not turn left. I tried, and I freaked out again, and I drove into someone's yard, almost hit their mailbox and their tree, and then laid the bike over in their front yard. It was quite amusing. Everyone at the pool right next door got a good kick out of it. You know, I picked the bike up, I put it back on the road, and I drove it right back to the house. And then I got instruction. It took me 2 times screwing up that bad to actually go and get some instruction, which is wrong. I should have just taken the MSF course. But it was like 2 months out before they were going to offer it in my area. And I honestly didn't have the money at the time. I had just spent all the money trying to rebuild the bike. And it was just a bad situation. I should have taken more time, done the MSF course, and everything would have been fine. But yeah, those are my stories. Yeah, laying down the bike in the middle of someone's yard was amusing. And I feel bad because I left a little divot. My peg left a divot. That was terrifying. And I feel bad because I left a little divot. My peg left a divot in their yard that I felt bad about. Yeah, now I'm fairly comfortable. I'm still not great on the bike, but I can actually drive without fear of my life. And I'm spending time, you know, like right now you see I'm on this curvy road. I am just trying to take things real easy, real slow, soft, nice and easy, dodging all the potholes because this road is terrible. But you know, with practice, you know, I'm going to get better, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to ride as much as I can and get some practice. And I figured, you know, being able to talk to someone or myself would at least give me a reason to go out and ride and practice some. I don't have to wait on a buddy to go ride with me or anything like that. So